Hey! What's up, everybody? Welcome to frickin' Simon and Sean's Half Hour! Make some noise if you love two sexy white guys.
Yeah. Clap it up if you know these guys. Okay. Clap it up if you heard their jokes. They're fucking hilarious guys. I'm excited. I gotta be honest though, I didn't know you were gonna be here. I thought it was gonna be more of like a challenger situation between me and the guy.
Well, one lucky audience member will be the third. So,
whoever laughs the hardest.
Yeah.
Get a bridge and tunnel situation going. No, I don't know. How do we do this? How do we host? Guys, I'm so excited. I feel like we're at a wedding. I want to like say nice things about them, though. That's not what we're here to do.
Yeah, we're here to
warm you up.
We're here to warm you up. We're here to get you loose. We're here to get
Anyone
you
cold?
wet.
Anyone need a shoulder rub? I'm here to service.
I'm here to suck you off on stage. Yeah,
Whatever gets you giggling.
But yeah, cool. How do you know? Wait, how'd you meet Simon and Sean?
Comedy.
Nice.
Yeah. Kind of a crazy story. You heard of the open mic scene in Brooklyn? No, they're truly like two of the funniest guys I know. I don't want to overhype it. Yeah. It goes Seinfeld. Louis. Okay. Simon. Mm-hmm. Louis again. No, I would never rank Simon and Sean. They're honestly so funny. No, it's kind of a cool. We could talk about the format of the show.
Yeah, we could talk about the format.
People love hearing about formats.
Yes.
It's kind of crazy. God. It's like I'm gonna go, then Sean's gonna go,
and then you know
then
we'll,
a little
we'll
more of this.
A little more of this. This is what you guys came for, huh?
Yeah. How do we know each other? Because our chemistry is
probably comedy. Probably like the open
comedy.
mic scene. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's got a beautiful voice, guys. Have you clap it up if you heard him perform? I'm so excited to see you perform.
I'm not gonna sing at all.
Oh, sick! No, actually, I'm excited. I've never heard your just jokes. All
right, this is good. Hey, who's heard my just jokes before? Yeah. All right, great. I'm doing all old stuff, so I'm mostly fine. This is good. Anyways.
Can we get some feedback from Simon and Sean? How are we doing up here? Nice. Simon's parents are in the audience. And it's their approval that I want most.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Simon's parents. How'd you meet Simon? I'm just playing. Come on. All right, folks, we got a great show for you tonight. All right, you want to just do it?
Believe it or not, I'm going to do comedy now.
All right, it's all you. Hell yeah.
Give it up for Josh. My lovely co-host. Guys, okay. Little joke. Should we do a little crowd work? What about, what's your name? Caleb. I'm just kidding. What do you do? Grad student in what? No way, computer science. I did computer science. What are you hoping to do with that? Don't know. I was also a coder before this, and the weirdest thing about being a coder is no one can ever hear me the first time, right? Like at parties and stuff, people will hear like designer, hoarder, and I think the reason for that is, you know how some people say they don't see color? I think some people can't hear women who make more money than them. It's not their fault. But once they did understand that I was a coder, they always had the same like second reaction, which was, oh, you must be smart. You know, like I'm a dog that figured out how door handles work. Just assumed I was dumb. Honey, get in here. It's wearing a dress and it's coding. You gotta see this. But I didn't always have smart jobs. Like my first job ever, I was an Abercrombie greeter at 16. I don't know if they're still around. If you guys don't know, Abercrombie greeters, it was kind of like the red light district of the mall. A lot of half-naked teenagers standing outside the store. Kind of a sex dungeon inside. But I'm from Miami. Clap it up if you love Miami. Red flags. Bunch of red flags. Truly, like when I go on a date and a guy's like, I love Miami, biggest red flag. That's like a girl who says she loves Dubai. Girl, who flew you out and shitted on your chest for $50,000? And can I have his WhatsApp, please? I can use the cash. But no, I'm from Miami, and so all the jobs are hospitality, and I didn't want to be a waitress, so I became a club promoter. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but nightclubs actually pay promoters to bring hot women to the club so that the club will look sexier, and so that was my job. And my parents were obviously really not happy about it, which I was not. I was naive. I didn't understand why. You know, I was like, I'm kind of like the VP of Vibes, kind of the chief of hot chicks. It's sort of an important role, and they didn't really agree. My dad was like, no, you're a madame. And I had never heard that word before, so I was like, oh, is that like French for girl boss? He's like, no, it means female pimp. I'm like, potato, daddy. I think we're saying the same thing. But yeah, anyone hear about this guy recently who was going around punching women in the face? Yeah, we heard about this. That was crazy. It made headlines. Craziest thing though was every headline said the same thing. It said, woman looking down at her phone gets punched in the face. Because in the man's defense, he was just trying to get those women to live in the moment. What's more grounding than getting knocked to the ground? No, it was super. He's just trying to help them out. I get it. I do a similar thing. I walk around the city punching dudes in the nuts so that they'll get their prostate checked, okay? It's the #1 form of male cancer. But there's I feel bad for men. There's like a male loneliness epidemic happening. You guys hear about this? Male loneliness epidemic. It's not funny, girl. It's serious. Okay, it's a male loneliness epidemic, also known as no-hose virus. It's the only virus that spreads through no contact. And no, I really feel for men because male loneliness just makes them sound way creepier. Like, these scientists are not helping the cause. You know what I mean? Like, hey, ladies, you want to fuck this lonely guy? He has no friends. According to the Center for Disease Control. Yummy. CDC is the worst wingman ever. I don't know. I feel like if there was a female loneliness epidemic, there would be no sympathy for that. People would be like, women, you know, stop waiting for Ryan Gosling and start settling for a lying short king, you know? Get your head out of the romantic movies. But I think honestly, men's movies are way more romantic, you know? Like the #1 man movie, call it out if you know it. #1, what do you think is the #1 man movie? Wrong, it's Die Hard. Die Hard, premise of Die Hard, a guy fights an entire building of terrorists to win his wife back. That's the most unrealistic romantic movie I've ever heard of. No, but I don't know about the male loneliness epidemic in New York City though. All my guy friends are getting laid as fuck. I have one guy friend, he's always bringing around like girls that are way too young for him, and he always says the same thing, right? He's always like, oh, well, she's an old soul. I'm like, no, you just have a baby brain, you know, just be honest. And the thing is, I think the problem is that there's too many women in New York City, right? Like they did this study on college campuses. They found that a college campus with 60% men and 40% women, the men treated the women way better, right? They got them flowers, they asked them out, did relationships, because there's less women. The campus with more women, the men treated them like shit, because they didn't have to try. And so I think that's what's happening in New York City, so I have a solution. I think we need to start sending the women to war. Right? I think we need a lady draft. I think we need to even out those statistics. Yeah, I am proposing that women die, guys. That's the punchline. If you will. Yeah, these are all new jokes. I I don't know. I think men get the better end of the stick in New York City. My girlfriends are really desperate. They're into like witchcraft and crystals and stuff. I personally don't believe in that. But I wish I did, right? I wish I could look down at a little pink rock and feel hope, you know? But I don't. And but my best friend's super into it. She's really into manifestation. And she really wanted a boyfriend. So she wrote a letter. And the letter was like, I have a boyfriend and he's my man. And my man would do anything for me. He's obsessed with me. He hates all other women except me, right? And she wrote this whole letter as if she had a boyfriend and then like sent it to Santa or whatever. No, I don't know what she did with it. Honestly, I was a little terrified when she read it to me. I was like, are you manifesting or is this a manifesto? Like, pretty sure if the police find this is evidence, you know? But it worked. She put it under her pillow or some shit and she got a boyfriend after that. But pretty soon after, they started fighting a lot and breaking up and getting back together. And I was like, girl, just let it go. You know, you can't change him. You gotta move on. And she's like, no, Tatiana, all I gotta do is send him to therapy. And that's when I realized women think therapy is the new witchcraft, right? She's like, I can't change him, but maybe I can pay a lady with a PhD to use psychology on his mind. But that's not how it works. I don't know. I was in therapy for a little bit, and she was honestly really cool. She was really awesome. I had this issue, though. I was explaining to her. I was like, man, I know this guy's bad for me, but I keep texting him in moments of weakness, you know? And so she was like, Tatiana, I actually want to give you my personal number, so the next time you feel like texting him, you text me. And that was really cool, right? Because like a day later, I sent her my nudes, and she was very cool about it. She's like, I think you need to open up more. Guys, I'm so excited to get the show started. This next comedian, he's so hilarious, he's so tall, and he's almost done writing his pilot. I want you guys to show a lot of love, start clapping, start getting the energy up for Sean Peecook!
Is it okay that we're doing this? This is okay? This is your Friday night. Okay. We're good. Okay, in that case, Ant-Man, that's an uncle. Okay? That's my best joke, okay? So, get used to it. Hi, everyone. My name is Sean Peecook, which, fun fact, is a name you can have. Not all of us can be Jake Letizia. So, this show is Our Moms Are Coming. So, yes, my mom is here. Give it up for my mom. Wait, Mom? Wait. You guys, my mom is not here. Last week, she was going to drive over for my sister's wedding. That's right, my sister's like, I'm getting married. I'm like, I'm doing 30, so fuck you, you're not special. And, you know, after the wedding, you know how weddings go. She was just, you know, walking along with her centerpieces. We're putting them back in the car, and she did fall through a entire plate glass window storefront and landed on a pile of glass, and more glass fell on her. She got stabbed a lot of times all over her body. This is completely true, yeah. So, yeah, just anything to get out of supporting me creatively. Do you know what I mean? Okay, fuck you. Oh, nice excuse. Oh, you have some bone-deep stab wounds? Okay, I don't. No, my mom is okay. Bad news, she is not going to be here tonight. But good news is, if she was, we'd all enter into a Final Destination situation. So Josh would be crooning, and these would explode, and the doors would lock, and we'd all die. So, okay, kind of a violent start for us here. Guys, it's Pride Month. Let's give it up for Pride Month. Okay. Guys, I was booked in May, and I'm booked in July, but this is the only show I have in June. Starting to think that the comedy scene doesn't realize I made out with a guy 3 summers ago. Let me explain. He thought I was gay, and I didn't want to be rude. So I'm straight, but I have manners. Do you know what I mean? I also met Simon 3 summers ago. Simon is not the man I made out with. Of course I have made out with Simon. That's not the point. we don't have time for those circumstances. But I met Simon 3 summers ago. He was talking to this beautiful woman about Joni Mitchell, and I think he was really excited to be talking to her, and she was just excited to be talking about Joni Mitchell. And he asked for her number, and she said, "You can follow me on Instagram." So I think they're married. I think they got married. I think. And then afterwards, we kept drinking and commiserating, and he spilled red wine on their outdoor white couch. Yeah. And then he got drunker, and he spilled red wine on their indoor couch. And they were like, "Give us money right now." And I was like, "That's my best friend for life. Let's go. Let's go." Give it up for our openers, Tatiana Frank and Josh Nasser. They're amazing. This is like when Radiohead opened for Sugar Ray. It's perfect. Okay. Let's get into some jokes. My name is Peecook. I look like I play every member of my family in a one-man show. Sort of my vibe. Little about me, I like to be dominated by women. Yeah. Which is why I joined the modern American workforce. Wow. These women are good. Okay, they're circling back. They got my ass. And by the way, guys, I'm joking. Okay. You thought I was. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wear a beanie. Ugh. You should see your faces. Yeah, right. You're stupid. I took the train here. You ever notice that either everybody on the train is hot, or like nobody on the train is hot, or like some people on the train are hot, or maybe one person is? I think that covers it. I saw this story recently where like the world's. Thank you. I saw this story recently that was like, oh, the world's best violinist went undercover and he played in the subway and nobody cared. And I think the message was like, don't let your surroundings determine your value. But what I got from it is to go up to every subway performer and go, "I know who you are." Okay? Just start picking away their face. Yeah, Ed Sheeran. Okay, I know you're in there. I know you're in there. I'm still working from home. Is anybody else so lonely? I'm like, this email could have been a meeting. Like, how are the kids, dog? Like, pickleball soon, you know? Like, don't just see me, like, see me. Do you know what I mean? I'm so lonely lately that I keep my phone set to do disturb. You go to text me and it says, "Sean's waiting." Simon will tell you, I text back quick. Okay, I text back real quick. I heard a fun fact recently. I heard that you actually get more dopamine from taking an ice plunge than you do from snorting cocaine. That's crazy, right? Yeah, so now I'm just doing all my coke in the ice bath. I'm just shivering thinking of small business ideas. Yeah, like, ooh, what if there was a really warm towel? I took a flight recently. My favorite thing to watch on the plane is the flight tracker. It starts slow, but stick with it, it really goes somewhere. I did accidentally get way too high on mushrooms before a flight recently. On purpose, it was a choice I made. And when you hear those announcements for like 10 minutes straight, it kind of sounds like they're saying, "Airplane is now, is airplane." And I'm like, yes, we sky soon. Like, I was so high on that plane that I like understood the movie Tenet. Does that make sense? Ryan, does that make sense to you? He's the one guy who's definitely seen it. Okay, cool. I'm getting older. Okay, nobody disagrees, rude. One thing that's weird about getting older is I'm like becoming less ironic. Like now I think live, laugh, love is beautiful. Like now I'll just be going on my day and I'm like, oh my God, what have I been doing? It is 1 o'clock. I'm gonna be late to work. I am getting older. I'm in my 30s and I moved back in with roommates. Which is crazy because that's exactly what the witch told me would happen. How did she know? She's always right. I moved back with roommates and my cat has since been exclusively sleeping in my roommate's bed. I don't want to be dramatic, but murder, suicide, okay? Nobody's gonna know, nobody's gonna. Now that my cat sleeps in my roommate's bed, I kind of feel like I'm losing an episode of Love Island every single night. I'm like, I thought we had banter. I do have a plan though. I'm going to introduce an absolute bombshell tabby into the household. Okay. Yeah, really fuck with his head. Sometimes though he does slink back in the room at 3 a.m. We are so toxic. We are so toxic. And if you're wondering, that roommate is Betty. That's the home wrecker right there. You should be ashamed of yourself. My parents' dog recently turned 15. Let's give it up for Peecook. Okay, yeah. Except for my dad says she's 105. I don't believe in dog years. I don't think that dog remembers the Great Depression. I think we're just too afraid to admit that dogs just die as teenagers. Yeah. Every dog death is just Mandy Moore and A Walk to Remember. Okay. You had to put your dog down. You need a school-wide assembly. Okay. They try to like make it positive. They're like, oh, she's living such a good long life, and I'm like, she's dying a blind virgin. So I don't know if you remember being a teenager. That's worst case scenario. This joke is actually a little old. She did pass away a few months ago. I know, right before prom. She was gonna look so good. I recently went to the Vanderbilt Mansion. Have you heard of the Vanderbilt Mansion? It's the Biltmore. It's the America's largest house. There's 160 rooms. Yeah, they have a room for everything. There's like the tea room, there's the conversation room, there's the dissociate room, there's like everything. And I realized I live in New York. I'm doing every single thing in one room. Okay? I'm breaking up in the sex room and having sex in the damn tapestry corridor. It's doesn't work. Are we in therapy? Are we in therapy? Okay. I did just fire my therapist recently. Found out he was 14 days older than me. I don't know how much you want your therapist to be older than you. I know it is not a fortnight. Okay. Like, oh, you're gonna go to Jamestown and deliver a message and come back. That's how much wiser you are than. Like, fuck you. Okay. It's not. No. I also don't like that he's the same age. It's like, are you also doing an HBO Girls rewatch? Like, what? Why does my therapist know that he's a Jessa? Like, fuck you. No, I've been working on myself for a while. I'm getting kind of tired of working on myself, so now I'm just going to work on my neighbor Greg instead. So his problems are new and exciting to me. I actually have found a new therapist recently. They helped me figure out my attachment style. Apparently mine is Velcro. Yeah, you try to leave me and I go, shh, shh, shh. You guys, if you didn't like that joke, Tatiana wrote it. And if you did like that joke, Tatiana wrote it. Tatiana wrote that joke. Okay. Thank you, Tatiana. No, I have a new therapist, and I was like 6 sessions in when I found out that they're actually like a queer specializing, like trans specializing therapist, right? Like LGBT therapist. And I was like, is it okay I'm here? He's like, yeah, you did 4 years of theater, you're fine. But the best thing about having a queer therapist is now I can just run by all my jokes. I'm like, is this okay to say? And he's like, not this one. Not this one. Hey, you ever look at a picture of your ex and suddenly it's nighttime? What is that about? That's crazy. A lot of people look at pictures of their ex, I rotate her in my mind like a 3D cube, okay? Get on my level. I'm doing the Queen's Gambit, okay? He's on this. My ex wrote me a letter after our breakup explaining her feelings. She sent it to me via Google Doc. I immediately requested comment access. I have notes. First of all, who the fuck is Anonymous Platypus? Okay, I'll fucking kill him. My ex also published a poem about me. Me, I don't know. Fellas, turns out poetry is way better when it's about you. Turns out poetry fucking rules, actually. I was like, yes, my eyes do look like sea creatures. Thank you for noticing. Like, nobody's ever told me that. I was dating somebody last year with an amazing jawline. She kind of looked like Timothy Chalamet. He's my type. And I realized I always date women with great jawlines because I think I'm trying to give my future children just a fighting chance at a normal life. It's okay, pumpkin. Daddy's gonna get you a normal skull, okay? I think my family is really tall, so we're not prioritizing, chins. I think we have really sexy foreheads. Okay, we all got really sexy foreheads. Do we have any Adderall takers in the crowd? We have one person finishing their pilot. What's it about? It's a girl in the city and it's crazy. It's crazy. No, I took Adderall for the first time last year. I took 150 milligrams of Adderall, which is like a 3-day weekend amount of Adderall. I did not know that. And I immediately feel insane, and I'm ready to be productive to finish my pilot. That was a year ago that Tatiana was talking about. And I'm ready to be productive, and the person I'm seeing calls me and says, "Hey, Sean, we need to talk." I have not listened to a woman harder in my entire life. I was like, "I hear you, I see your bones," okay? And I was just listening to everything she had to say, and she's like, "Don't you have anything to say?" I'm like, "My mouth is really dry." And I think Adderall is supposed to like give you focus, but for me it just gave me empathy. I was like, "Yeah, bitch, dump him, okay?" I agree. This person always had their notifications on silence. Yeah, every time I texted her, I felt like I was waking mommy from a very special nap. But do we know that you can notify somebody when their notifications are on silence? Do we know this? There's a notify anyway button. Is anybody here pressing it? We have some psychopaths in the crowd. Okay. I would never press this. If I was a baby in a hot car, I would not press this button. Okay. If you, like, when you press it, it literally shakes the screen. It's like you're throwing a fucking tantrum. Okay. You never really want to do anything anyway, right? Like, doing something anyway is the difference between I'm going to the baptism and I'm going to the baptism anyway. Okay? They don't want you at that baptism. You should go. It's your son. You should go. Yeah, I had a breakup last year, and after the breakup, my influencer ex announced that she was taking a dating break. She was going to go celibate for a bit. And then the New York Times ran a feature on it, which is crazy. But I do think that whatever your ex is doing should be national news. Do we agree? I'm like, yeah, I'm glad people are finally paying attention. Okay, this is, like, I think the news should be like 120 dead in a factory fire, inflation is up, and yeah, she was talking to a guy at a coffee shop, and I don't know anything. After the breakup, I was still trying to date and have sex, so I reached out to the Washington Post. They were not interested. They were not interested in my story. No, sorry, I've been way too many jokes about my exes. I'm sorry to my girlfriend. I think that was that 9 in a row? I think that was. I'm so sorry. Okay, now I am gonna do dating jokes about being a hoe though now. I was dating a lot last summer. I took an STD test, and not to brag, I did get a 1400, so sort of a perfect score. They're like, "You're going to Harvard and you're dying." I was dating a lot last summer. I was on Tinder and I saw this photo verified account. There's only 2 photos. Both of them were Sandy from SpongeBob. And I was like, no. It's not possible. We don't have the technology. I did spend all night looking for Mrs. Puff though. I was like, yeah, what them gills do, okay. And then I set my age range from 7 to 11. Very mature for a fish, okay. Listen, when you do a 30, we do the bad jokes. When you get me for 10, I won't do any of those jokes, okay. I was also on Hinge, and this person sent me a like, and they had the "Together We Could" prompt. Yeah, they said, "Together we could topple capitalism, dismantle the patriarchy, and abolish the police." Literally, no, we cannot. These are famously hard problems. People have been trying. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Guys, do we dare go for a 3rd dating app joke? Should we do it? Okay, all right. My friend tried to tell me about Field last year. Do we know about Field? It's the kinky app. Obo Gilmore's not in the crowd, but who do we got? Okay. Kat knows about Field. Andrew Barlow knows about Field. Okay. Field is the kink app, and on it, my friend listed himself as a Dom. Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen the subway doors close on this man. He was most of the way through. It just spit him right back out. Just kind of Looney Tunes them a little bit. I'm like, you're a Dom, I'm Batman. What the fuck are we talking about? You know, hearing all these jokes in a row, I do sound like a slut. I do hear it. I was dating somebody a couple of years ago, and I broke things off after a few dates. Are you keeping track of all the people? Okay. And after a few dates, I ended things, and she blocked me. And then the next day, she added me on LinkedIn. So yeah, y'all are playing games, I'm making money moves, okay? She endorsed me for bad oral sex. That's the 5th so far. I have an interview at Deloitte. I'm very nervous, okay? I'm very nervous. I'm a middle child. I think being a middle child is a lot like being in a threesome. Because how do you two just know what to do? Like you're the leader and you're the baby? Okay. I'll just be over here working on my sense of humor. I don't know. I've never had a threesome, which every single person in this room knows with complete certainty. But like a while ago, I dated 2 queer women, and I introduced them at a party, and then they went home together. Yeah, they cut out the middleman. I've never felt more like my mother. I'm like, why can't we all be at the dinner table together, please? Please. I've actually been seeing somebody though, and it's going really well. There she is. Her bangs look good today. She did a good job on her bangs. Not always, usually, not always. I think she's the best ever, so fuck you. No, I've been dating somebody and it's going really well. So well that I haven't written any jokes about her. It's terrible, it's awful. I did have the idea for it. I thought it was something funny, and I wrote it down in the middle of the night, and it said, joke idea, loving without fear. Pretty funny, honestly, that's pretty good. I like being in a relationship. I am a bit of a romantic, but mostly just because I'm out of shape. Like during sex, I'm like, I simply must kiss you right now. It can't wait any longer. Did somebody say kissing break? I love those, I do. My girlfriend is white. We're actually in a beautiful, proud white love. Yeah! We got Josh being racist in the back, okay. Some of you are shaking your heads. It's like, how do you think you get Fleetwood Mac songs? I remember the first time I brought her home to my 2 white parents. I was like, I don't care what you think. And they were actually super accepting. So people will surprise you. Not my grandma though. She was like, she's Irish, what the fuck? I would say we're in a beautiful, proud, straight love, but she said she may or may not be bisexual. I'm out of here during Pride Month, I'm so sorry. And I said, yeah, not on my watch, bitch, we're getting married, okay? You will never experience that side of yourself, okay? That's just the joke, of course she can. Love is about allowing, okay? We're good. We met on Tinder last year. What she does not know is that I was using Tinder for desktop. She cannot find out that she is dating a serial killer. Okay, she can never find that out. Okay, I'm gonna do some light crowd work. Okay, has anybody here hit puberty before? Has anybody here? Yes, you, sir. You look very sexually mature. Because I have not. I did not hit puberty. This is completely true. I know it's confusing, but also doesn't explain my entire vibe, I think. No, I have a rare hormonal condition. A lot of people transition from man to woman, woman to man. I think I'm one of the few to transition from a boy to a man. Yeah, my pronouns are he, so. Yeah. Like, I'm just living the movie big. Do you guys understand that? Every time I have sex with a woman, I'm like, dude, she bought it, okay? And then I go dance on a piano. It was really weird not hitting puberty. I remember being in middle school, the teacher's like, yeah, your body is changing. And I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? And then all my friends were jerking off without me. Terrible. I remember the doctor was like, yeah, your glands just don't quite know how to communicate with each other. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, like my parents. Got it. Okay. I'm just kidding. If you're on live stream, which there might be, that was a joke. But I do take testosterone. Testosterone's super weird because when I take it, I feel myself literally becoming stronger. Or if I skip it for a few days, I can have a nice little ladies' weekend. Yeah, and one time the doctor accidentally doubled my dose. And I was like, yeah, I like war now. Okay, yeah. I was watching Oppenheimer like, go, get him. Get him. I had to Google except for Ukraine. I'm like, good, it's still going. Okay. I was on so much testosterone for a bit that I was like, I don't know if men and women can be friends, actually. Yeah, I don't know if men and men can be friends. Okay. He feels me. He's looking good. He's looking good. Testosterone's weird. It's like a controlled substance, so it's really hard to get sometimes. Like you have to yell at your healthcare provider, and they're like, please, sir, lower your voice. And I'm like, I'm trying. I'm trying. When I'm off testosterone, I immediately become like unsexual. Like I'll be watching Space Jam and I'm like, wow, Lola Rabbit has really good fundamentals. Wow, she's good with the bounce pass. She is. I think I look a lot younger for my age because of the testosterone thing. The official name for it is Hannah Montana brother syndrome. You're like, oh, he's so fun. Then you find out how old he is. He's like, why is he here? What is he doing? I was like 5'5" at 17 before I took testosterone. All this to say, I understand why Lance Armstrong did what he did. Okay, you get results. Okay, that's your only responsibility. No, I take testosterone. I pay for it every month. It's $20, and I can cancel anytime. So I basically have a subscription to being a man. They're like, yeah, you get full access to stronger, taller, hairier, and for $5 more, you can take accountability for your actions. I was like, I'll do the basic plan. I'll do the basic plan. Sounds good to me. No, I am a low T man. Like most men are able to go again in like 15 minutes. Whereas my refractory period is a season of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Just a delightful show. Love Midge. Love how they wrapped it up. You should watch it. The production value alone. No, but as a low T man, I don't have post-nut clarity. I have a pre-nut clarity, which is where I can see crimes before they happen. During sex, I'm like, something terrible is going to happen at the docks. We have to go. We're gonna end the set with some trauma dumping. I recently found out I could be sterile. Woo! Yeah, all right. Yeah, I like to give it a positive spin though. Limited edition. Last of my kind. Somebody at a show recently was like final sale. I don't think that's that funny. I'm not using that one. It's really sad, being sterile, especially when you consider like how good my hairline is, Pretty good lips, pretty tall, It's like when Netflix canceled Glow. It's like people like this, okay? Let's have more of this, okay? I do know why I was canceled by God. It's because I own Wally on 2 different formats. He was like Blu-ray and Blu-ray DVD combo back. You're done. No, I went to the urologist a couple years ago, last year, and they looked at my sample and they didn't even need to analyze it. They're like, "You think this is cum?" They were and just kicked it down the hallway, and then they just like picked it up and drank it. They were just like, they're like, "It's nothing, dude. It's fucking." It's bleached Nickelodeon slime. Fuck you. It's terrible. No, but I remember that nurse took me to the room and they showed me the porn and they tried to explain to me what to do. I was like, I am familiar with the process. But being sterile is weird, unless you don't think so. Okay, cool. It's weird being sterile. It's weird to think about, want to have kids one day. Like my girlfriend's like, oh, I might want to have kids one day. And I'm like, yeah, I want a house one day. Okay, fuck you. The world is changing, okay? I do have to think about how I would, have kids one day. Some people say, oh, your friend could, give you the seed, right? I've heard that. So now I'm just thinking about which of my homies I want to cuck me. I'm like, yo, bro, I'd love to raise you into a fine young woman. Let's spend the next 18 years together. Yeah, it's like, maybe we could play Madden, or maybe you could make my wife complete with your seed. Whatever's chill, bro. Let's hang out later. Yeah, be more important to my daughter than me. Whatever. That's chill. Do you guys know, when Apple replaced the gun emoji with a squirt gun emoji? That happened to me. Okay. That happened to me. No, it is weird being sterile. One thing that's weird about it is my life technically has no meaning. Another thing that's weird about it is I don't think of my cum as cum anymore. I think of it as prop cum. During sex, I'm like, that was just for show. And every time I come, there's somebody backstage going, thanks guys, I've been Sean Peecook.
Give it up for Sean one more time. Hell yeah. Yeah, everybody, please go to the bathroom, freaking get a drink. We're hanging out, but that was awesome. That was so
awesome.
sick.
Did you guys know all that super personal stuff about Sean or what? End of the bloodline. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's done.
I didn't know any
done.
of that. That's kind of.
I know. I was hoping maybe.
I
it's
couldn't
my
really look
chance.
him in the eye after. I was like, oh.
Yeah,
Comedy's really deep, guys. Not the shit I was doing, but yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. Okay, I have 2 drink tickets right now. And I want to give them both away. But the person who gets them, I need the best Sean story you got.
Or impression.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's way better. Okay, the best Sean impression you got, or the best Simon impression you got.
Yes.
Okay, Kat has raised her.
Kevin's.
And Kevin. Okay.
Okay. Anyone that we don't know? Any normies, if you will? That's what we call you guys behind our backs.
Yeah, anybody
No?
who's
Okay.
regular
All right.
style?
We'll let the professionals do it. All right.
All right,
Get
Kevin,
up here.
Get up here, Kevin.
Yeah.
No, just you, man.
Give it up for our lovely volunteers.
Yeah.
Okay. Who are you doing?
I think I'll do Sean.
I was also gonna do Sean.
Oh, damn. Okay, wait. This is a
Okay.
competition now.
Yeah. Only one of you can
Who's
get
got
a
the
ticket.
best Sean?
I don't think of my cum as cum. I think of it as prop cum. I gotta talk faster. All right.
Okay. Now let's.
Hey. Okay, no words, all mannerisms. This is good. She's getting in the bus. She's getting in the character.
I like what you're doing. I think I like it. When I go out, right? I was on a dating app. I love my wife. I don't have a wife, but my future wife, and I will share a home together.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that one was confusing. Benny, let's see what you got.
All right, we got Benny.
I'm gonna hit that, yo. No, I shouldn't have another strawberry.
That's so cute because they live together and none of us know what that is. That's just...
I think. Oh, he doesn't even want it. He's just done. He just wanted to flex, dude. Damn. Okay, audience, we're gonna do a make some noise. Make some noise if you think Kevin won.
All right.
Make some noise if you think Kat won.
Kind of even. Should we just give it to both of them?
Yeah,
All right,
okay,
what's
yeah,
your
we can just-
tiebreaker? Someone has to do Simon.
Oh, damn.
You guys already sound alike.
That was
Mic
good.
drop.
That was good.
I got a quick Simon. And the cockroach is like, "You think I like this, huh?" And that's
Dude,
that.
that's
That's
Marlon.
hold on.
Dude, that was
Hold on. And ultimately, that's that one. Folks, we should talk about Israel-Palestine.
And I think ultimately what we learned from this is it's harder than it looks.
Yeah, it's harder than it looks.
They're
But
doing something up there that we thought we could imitate, but we truly can't.
We can't. They're,
Inimitable.
they're unique performers, and
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
I think we should tear these up as a
break
as a
them.
symbol.
I do think Jake did have a good Simon, and I want to give you
Okay,
this.
all
Jake.
right.
There you go.
And then Kevin just really wants it. Can we give it to him?
Okay, Kevin just really wants the drink.
All right, great.
All right, that was awesome.
That was awesome. I think.
All right. I think.
Are we all back from the bathroom? Do they need more time? What do you think?
I think we're. What do you guys think, Simon, Sean? Good to go? All right. I love swag.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. I'm really excited for your next comedian. I'm going to run off of here, but you're going to hear some amazing comedy by Josh Nasser!
Nice. Hell yeah, that was so sick. That's how you intro someone. You say, give it up for Josh Nasser, not shake their hand and leave the stage immediately like I did. Oopsie daisy. And anyways, what's up? What's up, everybody? My name's Josh Nasser. I'm very excited to be opening for my friend the King, Simon. I love that guy. But I actually did have some bad news, on the way here. I got some pretty awful news. And I feel like I shouldn't do my set unless I address what happened to me. So I'm sorry to do this, everybody. I'm sorry to, stop the show, stop the jokes. But I actually got a text from my doctor on the way here, and he says that I've actually been diagnosed with a very terminal case of swag. What's up, baby? Yeah, let's fucking go. Oh, imagine back shots with this guy. I don't know what that means. I love swag though, for real. Some swag about me. I just bought the M&M skin on Fortnite. Right? Hell yeah. You guys know what that means, huh? He cost me a lot of money, so I didn't eat for 2 days to even out the cost, right? I'm freaking hungry, right? Hey. No, but I'm starving for real. For attention. my man. I don't know what's going on. No, I did actually spend a lot of money recently on a trip to Chicago. Have we heard about this place? We hear about this? Yeah, hell yeah. We got some big apple heads in the back. I freaking love Chicago. It's freaking awesome. When I was there, I thought I would do something super touristy. And I thought, what's the most touristy thing I could do? And then it hit me. And I'll give you guys a few hints on what I did. It's big, it's cheesy, and there's a version of it in New York that people say is better. Can anybody guess what I did? Did you say eat a hot dog? Dude, I'm gonna kick your ass later. Wait, what did somebody else say? Hell yeah, that's right. I saw the freaking Blue Man Group. Oh my god. Blue Men, they're freaking awesome, right? It's just a bunch of grown men freaking jamming to ambient rock, doing silly comedy sketches, right? Me in high school would have loved that shit. There's a part during the show, and this is true. There's a part during the show where one of the Blue Men, he takes a camera and he sticks it down his throat. And I'm looking at this thinking, geez, do I want to get freaking sucked off by a Blue Man? Hey. A lot of people are saying what that mouth do. But I'm over here saying what that mouth blew. Am I right? Hell yeah, player. Speaking of people of color, I'm half black and I'm half Middle Eastern, and I've been working on some impressions of mixed race celebrities. So, I want to take a break from the comedy real quick and just do some impressions I've been working out of mixed race celebrities. All right. So this first one's Obama. Oh, let me be clear. Because he's always freaking saying that, right? This next one's a bit more topical. It's Drake. Okay. I need a one dance. he's always saying that, man, for real. And this last one is Scooby-Doo. My mother's a black woman. Right? He's always saying that for real, man. Speaking of black people, I did a show with an ASL interpreter recently. It was really cool. They were pretty much interpreting what all the comics said on stage, if you can believe it. One of the comics, it's a black comic, gets on stage, starts doing their set. They're saying a bunch of words this nice white lady should not be saying. But she's saying them anyways. Did you know that learning sign language is the easiest way to get the pass? So you know my racist ass signed up for classes that day. Hell yeah, well, come on. All right, whatever. Make some noise if you think white people are the best. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I saw a white punk band recently. It was 4 white guys in a punk band, and they were called Anxious. Right? Yeah, it's silly. Kinda on the nose, right? That's like calling me thick-cheeked, fat, bussied king. It's something we all know. Hell yeah, player. All right. All right, I got the light, so I'm gonna do something special. When Simon asked me to open for him, I thought, what's a fun thing that I think my sweet little baby boy would like? And Simon loves dad jokes. He loves puns. So I've written a few Simon-centric dad jokes and puns that I'm gonna do for y'all. Okay, here's the first one. Simon Bloch, more like Simon Close Friends. Love that guy. Simon says, yeah, I'll do whatever Simon says. Wink. Not really a joke. I guess I just want to sleep with him. Simon loves dad jokes, which is half true, because when we're in bed, Simon is daddy, but he ain't no joke. Yeah. Pretty proud of that one. That's cool. I heard Simon likes puns. Yeah, he likes getting punched in the face. Everybody, get him! No, don't do it. Don't get him. Okay. Okay. If Simon was a rapper, he'd be called Ryman. If Simon was a criminal, he'd be called Crimin'. Okay. If Simon was busting all the time, he'd be called Slimin'. Okay. But seriously, folks, Simon is the best. He's my favorite daddy to shack up with. Cool. And I'm excited to see his set, but hey, Simon, you're only doing 30 minutes, so please don't let this routine go until midnight. Okay, whatever. Anyways, give it up for the greatest guy in the world, Simon Bloch!
Cut that shit! I don't know what the hell that guy's talking about on that song. Georgius B.I.G., what even is that?
Folks, thanks for coming out. It's actually great that you're all here because I have 44 things to tell you. Can you turn off the light that you just turned on, please? I'll do it. I'll just do it. Am I tripping? Oh, it's that one. I'm tripping balls. I'm tripping balls. Yeah, I'm tripping balls, literally. Yeah, I'm literally tripping balls. Restart my time. Okay, so we're trying to have a progressive society, right? But you know, we can't burn it all down. We kind of have to remember where we came from, right? You know what I mean? So really, especially as comedians, we have to remember, like, poo and pee is still funny, you know? Poo and pee, still funny, folks, you know? Because, okay, first of all, poo is really like a time-saving nickname. The formal term is poop. But then they cut off that last letter. You gotta make the shekels wherever you can, folks, you know what I mean? So that's already funny, poop and poo, you know? Kind of just synonymous, really. But then also the letter that they remove from the end of the word is P. P? Poo, P? Folks, we have 26 letters in our alphabet. Only 26. And one of the most important ones is P? Like tinkles and stuff? That's hilarious. The English language. I don't know if you know that we get this language from the English. But there's some differences. So like color, they spell it couleur, C-O-L-O-U-R, right? And then there's like theater, we spell it with the E-R, they spell it R-E, right? And then the third and only final difference is they call it diarrhea. Have you guys seen the UK spelling of diarrhea? I swear to God, it's diarrhea. There's like extra O's and H's. They're blowing it out their ass. They cannot handle the cuisine of the subcontinent that they ravaged and colonized. But they're having fun. That's fun. It's more fun to say, diarrhea. Poo, pee, you know. And it's also crazy that like poopy means poo. But pee-poo doesn't mean pee. Like if a little kid says, I made a poopy, it's like, you pooped your pants. If a little kid says, I made a pee-poo, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're sending you to the prison island. You're going to Alcatraz. You made a pee-poo? All right, that's the end of the poop chunk. There we go. It's about goddamn time. With the light. Sorry, I'm tripping balls. The poop chunk, which I call a loaf. I shouldn't have said that. Okay. Folks. God, it's hot, right? Hot one today. Just talking about the weather. It was a hot one today. I heard a guy saying it's so hot you could fry an egg on the sidewalk. Okay, you're complaining? Oh, I'm sorry. It's easier than ever to make something delicious. Wow, that sucks for you. The sacred and ancient act of cooking has been democratized by God. What was once a putrid sidewalk is now a well-seasoned skillet. I'm talking to you, big dog. Thank you for making planet Earth a hot plate. I'm from New York. I have to say that to native New Yorker. I have to say that to optimize my social cachet. It's true. I've lived in the city my whole life, but I recently just moved back in with like my old roommate from college. Old buddy Ian, love this man. Dear old friend of mine, shout out. But now that we've been living together again, a new kind of dynamic has emerged in our relationship, which is that I hate him. We familiar with this? Hate his guts. Hate the way he chops an onion. Hate to hear his fucking jingling keys when he arrives home. I'm like, again with this guy? Every day. Every day with the same fucking guy. And we have a bit of a roach problem, admittedly, which I do blame him for completely. It's the crumbs. But he's ethically conflicted about killing them, right? So I'm kind of used to it. I'm like, let's shake and bake, right? Whenever he sees a roach, he's like, oh God, what do I do? I come in, I'm like, let's shake him, let's dance. It takes one to tango. Let's take care of business. He's like, oh God, I don't know. I'm like, seriously, one shot, one kill. I charge by the hour. Let's go. He's like, oh God, I hate this. And then the cockroach chimes in. He goes, you hate this? How do you think I feel? Fun little character, right? But he's dead now. You're not going to be funnier than me in my own house, okay? That joke did well despite Andrew doing it. He did it, and you're like, we'll take one more. We'll take one more of those. Okay, classic New York combo. I'm Italian and Jewish, blah, blah, blah. Shout out. Whatever. I'm saying blah, 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 but my parents are here, so I should give it some weight. I'm Italian American, and I'm a Jewish American. I was recently pretty Italian on the subway, and I see the MTA has a new campaign that says, please no graffiti or scratchiti on the subway. Please no graffiti or scratchiti on the subway. And it's like condemning me from doing it, but I'm like, oh, I want to do scratchiti so bad. I want to write my mama's name on the subway. I want to carve my mama's name in the window with my keys. Scratchiti. I want to write her name backwards so they can read it when we go over the bridge. And I'm Jewish, but okay, I'm Jewish on my dad's side, and I did not have a bar mitzvah. Yikes. I swear to God, I was 15 years old, and he comes into my room one day at 15, and he's like, hey, I want you to have a bar mitzvah. Completely true. I'm like, dude, I'm doing other shit now. I'm slapping my thing around and watching Monk until 3 a.m. I'm busy. I'm a busy guy. He's like, no, I want you to learn Hebrew. I'm like, sounds like he blew his chance to have a Jewish son. He's like, I want to see you becoming a man. I'm like, I'm 15. I'm becoming man. He's like, no, it's really important that you read your Torah portion. I'm like, Pop, I'm pretty sure when I was born they tore a portion of my penis off. I think they've taken enough from me. Shout out to the Chosens. All right. I'm almost done with the identity stuff. My final group is I am a bald man. Woo! What the heck? What the heck? Sean, was this happening for you? The light on? It feels, I think God is real. And he's either loving it or perturbed or something. Okay, I'm a bald guy. It's great to be a bald comedian because it's the funniest amount of hair you can have. Is none of them. I have the same amount of hair. Zero hair. I have the same amount of hair as like a packet of Post-it notes. I have the same amount of hair as Saturn. Do you understand? It's a unique number, 0, right? It's kind of like how the funniest penis size is a teeny weeny. Have you seen these? They're hilarious, right? Right? Because the big ones are funny too, but they're also kind of scary, you know? But ever see one of those small ones? They're pure enjoyment. They look like they'd be hard even when they're soft, like an acorn, you know what I mean? Like if you hit it with the back of a clipboard, it'd make a knocking sound. Ping pong. It's kind of like how the funniest boob size is whoa, 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 whoa. They're hilarious. I love big boobs. So funny because they're full of milk. Or like fatty tissue, beautiful life-giving tissue that we're so grateful to have. Thank you. And also, when they're really big, you kind of need to move your head in the shape of a W to look at both of them. You know, like, whoa! A couple of you hated that whole chunk. And I'm sorry, and I don't stand by any of it, so that's cool. That makes it easy. Okay. I am a comedian, but I struggle with words and language. I found out recently I've been using. It's cool. It's cool. I found out recently I've been using the phrase trace amounts completely wrong. Have you heard this? Trace amounts of uranium were found, whatever, right? This whole time I thought trace amounts was like a fun Spanish way of saying 3. There are trace amounts of stooges. There are trace amounts of Destiny's Child members. And trace amounts of branches of government. Also, I keep mixing up the phrases magnum opus and mons pubis. Keep flipping them up. One of them is like an artist's greatest seminal work, and then the other one something different. I had a job interview recently, and it was going well. It was kind of informal. We were talking about music, and I was like, I really think "To Pimp a Butterfly" is Kendrick Lamar's. Which one? To Pimp a Butterfly is Kendrick Lamar's. It's the fleshy front part of the vulva. Did not get the job. He preferred damn. Okay. Music. I love music. Love hip hop. So okay, do you guys know that "Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger" by Daft Punk? We like Daft Punk. They have this great song, "Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger." But then Kanye did a cover, and his cover, like a remix, and his remix is called "Stronger." Harder, better, faster, stronger. I would have gone with better. Better is like, it means more good. That's clean. What else do you need, right? Who needs harder, faster? I'll take slower, softer, and weaker if I can still get better at the end of the day. Are you with me? I'll take other adjectives. I'll take wetter, stinkier, and less ethical, as long as if we can still average out to better, you know, that'd be tight as hell. That'd be tight as hell. Folks, people keep asking me, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? You guys, you heard of this? You getting this question? It's like a geography board game thing. We're roughly between the ages of like 15 and 95 in here, right? But it's like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? I can think of one coastal city on the West Coast you might want to check. San Diego, California. It'd be a mystery if it was like, where in the world is Carmen? I'm like, what is that? Is that Fujianese? Is that Arabic? I have no idea where she could be. But San Diego, the game should be called "Where in San Diego is Carmen?" That's reasonable. A few localized zip codes, get a few squad cars. We'll find her. We'll find her. We'll find that woman. But also, why are we looking for her? She's clearly a sexy criminal with the long trench coat and the discreet big red giant hat. It's like, forget what I said before. That game should be called "Let This Beautiful Sexy Woman Do Her Crimes." The game should be called "Leave This Poor Beautiful Woman Alone. But if you're her, kiss me." Forget what I said before. The game should be called "Most of you keep going about your day. If you're Carmen, though, where in the world is Simon?" Maybe find him. Give him a little smooch. A game for one. I am single. Shout out. Where are my singles at, huh? Where are my singles at? Not the ones I was hoping. That's how it goes. I am single. A good buddy of mine is in a very happy, committed, exclusive relationship with his girlfriend. Congrats. And he's like, am I leaning on this too much? I do what I want. Okay, who cares? He's like, Simon, I'll tell you, you know, I don't miss dating. I'm like, you're dating. You guys are dating. What I'm doing, that's called not dating. I'm twiddling my fucking thumbs. Words can hurt, folks. Words can hurt. So, you know, sex work. Yeah, I certainly hope it does. But love is in the air. It's a new COVID strain. Mask up. No one wants to hear about that. No one wants to hear about that stuff. No, it's serious this time. Love is in the air. I was in a park. It's very cute. I was in the park. I see this little female pigeon. I don't know how she identifies, but I'm assigning her at the birth of this moment. Female pigeon, and then a male pigeon flutters down, okay? And he's like putting the moves on her, right? I don't know who this is for, but presumably someone's getting turned on by this, right? And then another male pigeon comes down, and now it's like, okay, now we have a little competition, a little courtship scenario. But she's not having it at all, right? She's completely rebuffing their cute little pigeonious advances, right? Yeah. You can make up words, there's no rules. She's not having it, and they're laying it on thick, right? They clearly haven't evolved the art of negging yet, you know? They're just like, bah! And she's rebuffing them completely, and I'm thinking like, okay, I could dunk on these dudes. Like, should I throw my hat in the ring and see what this is worth in the pigeon economy? Because it's like, okay, like how much does a bag of seed cost? 90 cents? I could feed this woman for the rest of her life. She's good. And I could fight these guys easy, right? Like, they'd have to come at me, but I just like, just one of those. To be clear, like an adult man, I'm completely toast. But like 2, 3, 9 pigeons, one of those and then like a that, and all of a sudden they're an endangered species. They have hollow bones. And I think I could learn to pleasure her. I don't want to. I agree. That's gross. That's bad. But frankly, who comes out of the womb determined to go down on their partner, you know? You learn. You establish dialogue. You kind of move towards each other. You develop an appetite, etc., right? Look, I don't see a lot of male pigeons stepping up to the plate, right? I don't see a lot of male pigeons saying like, "That's my baby girl. She takes a long time to come, but I'll get her there. Whatever she needs, I'll get her there." Never once. They're a selfish, chauvinist species. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve to go down there. Plus a hard beak, ladies. A hard beak? Is that what the doctor ordered? Seriously? I think not. All right, I sense we've passed the statute of limitations on a birdalingus. Okie doke. I went to the zoo recently. Speaking of animals, I found out sea lions are very indecisive creatures. Sea lions, very indecisive, because they'll have an idea, but then they'll go or boom. All right, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but let me know what you think of this, okay? Shout out my dad. My dad has sleep apnea. But the machine he uses to help him sleep is a CPAP machine. Sleep apnea, CPAP machine, CPAP apnea, CPAP machine, CPAP I think they're lying about the vaccines, guys. That's our politics nowadays, right? Some people are saying, like, get the vaccine, we need herd immunity. Some people are saying, I don't know. Have you considered bump-bumpadum? I just read a very interesting article called Dim Dumpabums. Very suspicious. We live in a divided nation. I love a good woke film. You know, like a Lady Ghostbust or an Ocean's 8. They should have brought back Steven Soderbergh, but it's fine. It was good. The good cast, strong cast. But these right-wing douches are making their own propaganda too. They're making their own films, right? I found out, this is scary. They're able to like kind of predict where culture is moving. In 2013, the right wing, I found this out, they put out a film called Despicable Me Too. Very scary stuff. How you folks doing with the baby formula shortage? Are we recovering okay? That was in the news like 18 months ago, right? I'm personally a little milk-fed boy myself, but I don't understand how you have a shortage of a formula. Isn't a formula just like a little recipe? It's like milk, eggs, and carbon. You know what I mean? That's the thing about knowledge. Like it never decreases. It only multiplies the more you spread it around the world and share it with everyone that you love, right? How do you have a shortage of a baby formula? It's just like, Just like sex and recklessness, right? P plus V, that's a baby formula. Seed plus egg. Pepitas y huevos. That's a baby. I got another baby formula. Marvin Gaye, a little Luther Vandross, a little Anita. We'll definitely set this party off, right? Boom, you got a baby, right? Emerald Lagasse, bam, you got a baby, right? But maybe they were being more specific. Maybe they were talking about the formula for the perfect little girl. But we know that too. It's sugar plus spice plus everything nice. But don't you dare add a heaping shattered beaker of that chemical X. Because then you'll get some fucking little Powerpuff ass little girls. And you don't want that. Look, I know they're popular, they have a hit TV show. These are bad little girls. I don't like them. They're an unregulated militia. They're basically cops. They have no order. They just go 0 to laser beams without any warning shots. They're turning the city of Townsville to rubble. They're wreaking havoc, and they're not even people. They're just fucking ingredients. Spice. It's cinnamon and mustard seed, and we're letting them do whatever they want. He made them in a lab. Who approved this? They're going crazy out there. It's a lab leak. They're lab meat. They're impossible feds. They're RoboCop. They're beyond feds. Do you understand? And what are they doing going after the sexy, queer-coded him person? Remember him with the fishnets and the boots and the mustache and it's like, let this fucking queer icon rob a few banks. What's the big deal? It's insured. That's why we have the FDIC. Not to mention Mojo Jojo. The first ever talking primate, and they smash his brains in every episode. And he's a Japanese immigrant. I think we should let immigrants go buck wild for like 1 or 2 generations. Gen 3, then you start recycling, etc. You know what I mean? Mojo does not deserve that. Mojo does not deserve that. Not Mojo. Never Mojo. Okay, baby formula. All right, there is one formula I do think we have a shortage of, though. And that's the formula for world peace. But actually I have it right here. It's empathy plus education plus infrastructure. Oh, so maybe it's a supply problem? Whatever. Maybe dance should be on the list. I love a party. I love a little party. I was actually at a party a couple nights ago, and my friend was like, hey, maybe we should play Never Have I Ever. Never Have I Ever? But I didn't know what he was talking about. Because my whole life growing up, we always called it, this is something I've never done a day in my life. This is something I've done 0 times in all of my days. But I picked it up pretty quick. I'm good at board games. You guys ever at a party and then someone's taking a photo, so you like flip off the camera? You ever do like, You ever do one of those? Fun, right? Fun. Well, I actually have a response. Fuck you. Fuck me for looking at your photo from that. I'm sorry I couldn't make it out that night. I had work. Why did the mood change all of a sudden? What happened? You were all doing shots, having a great time. Someone's like, should we take a photo? And it's like, I'm drunk, but yeah, Becky's leaving for Pittsburgh in the morning. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Fuck everyone for all posterity who looks at this photo. Fuck everyone for all time. I'm punk rock. I'm Kurt Cobain. I'm Lou Reed, bitch. Cool off, Jesus Christ. Where's the angst coming from? Life is good. Like, you're a copywriter for Glossier and you're amazing at it. Click your heels, show some teeth. What's the big deal? Cool off. Okay, black people. You guys are cool. This doesn't apply to you. This country has failed you. You are punk rock. You have every right to be mad, okay? Flip off the camera. Be mad. Cause a ruckus, all right? Shout out to Saint Louverture. The Haitian Revolution continues. But my whites, Cheer the fuck up. You inherited the whole goddamn planet. Can you like make an effort? Seriously. Look, I know I sound preachy, okay? I know I sound preachy, but I have my own issues. I text people over text. I ghost people over text like it's my day job. I accidentally killed a bunch of earthworms recently. I was trying to compost. It was a mass genocide. It was a disaster. And frankly, I'm dangerously close to becoming a full-time Kanye apologist. I have my own issues, okay? It's complicated. We'll talk about it after. There's no time. I'm just saying, make a little bit of effort. The next time someone pulls out a camera, I'm gonna put my arm around my nearest friend. I'm gonna smile. I'm gonna point my thumb at God, okay? All right, we're almost done. We're doing good. Cool. A little jokes, a little serious. You ever do a joke not on stage? You ever do one of those? I was with a friend. We were walking up 8th Avenue, and we were just having a good time. I'm like, we were walking by the Port Authority. I go, hey, the Port Authority? Who made them the authority on wine that's too sweet? Fun little joke, right? But my friend stops and he's like, that's not what the Port Authority is. I'm like, yeah? He's like, yeah, you know, a port is like where boats come and go and unload cargo. I'm like, yeah, guess what, pal? That's also not what the Port Authority is. Boats try buses. Cargo people? Yeah. I know it's a bad joke, but you can't come after a bad joke with a bad. You can't come after a bad joke with a bad serious. If you're coming after a bad joke, you better have a good serious. Because shit is serious. This is a high stake moment we're in, right? Our oceans are melting. This is true. I watched The Inconvenient Truth with my folks when I was a kid. Inconvenient Truth. Shout out Al Gore. Great film. You know, it opened a lot of our eyes. And after the film, you know, I watched it with my folks, and they were like, Simon, like, I feel like our generation owes you an apology. We kind of were, you know, they had the. No, it's true. No, dead ass, right? I promise my parents were not in charge of that kind of shit. They're humble, awesome people, but like, metaphorically, their generation had the world in their hands and they kind of poisoned the planet. And then they said, it's now your generation's job to fix it, right? And at the time, I'm like, it's like Captain Planet. Yeah, me and my friends are gonna save the world. And then like 18 years happened, and now we're all here, we've inherited it, and we're all just drinking cocktails and making content? What the fuck? What are we doing? It's us. You had the liquidity to spend $5. Should we pick a day of the week to organize? Like, can we do a little something? No, just cocktails and content and buying stretchy chinos and halter tops all the time. And then we feel guilty anyway. For real though, you know, so like, let's just collaborate. While we're all here, how would we save the world, right? It doesn't make sense to go after Amazon because it'll just kind of be replaced with another corporation, right? There's no regulation here. The move, I think, is to really address the issues with the legislative branch. They're not passing any new laws about tech or anything. They're all on the take, the Republicans and the Democrats. So one could surmise the move would be to storm the Capitol. Right? Look, okay. Hang on. Those guys are racists. Fuck those guys. Those are douchebags. We're all cool in here. We know trans women are women, immigrants are people, etc. But those naive little douchebags, they did pick the exact right building, you know? Should we send them an email? No, look. It's tough to collaborate. It's hard to build a consensus right now because we have populations that don't. Well, really, we have one population that does not respect the humanity of the other, right? There's xenophobia, there's racism, it's fucked up, and it's hard to collaborate with someone who's not looking at you as an equal, right? That's why I don't like the phrase like, you know, speak English, this is America, right? Because this has been a pluralistic nation of immigrants since its beginning. You know what I mean? The phrase, speak English, goddammit, it's xenophobic, it's intolerant. There is one context in which I do resonate with the speak English, goddammit mentality. And that's when I'm watching these Garnier Fructis commercials. Have we seen it? I think it's like shampoo. They're like, Garnier Fructis, Garnier Fructis, Garnier Fructis. And they're splashed in like kiwis and orange peels and like green slime. And I'm like, Speak English, goddammit. Can I eat that slime? Is that shampoo or is that food? Speak English, goddammit. Can I eat that stuff? This is America. Stop speaking Quebecois. Tell me in goddamn plain English, how much of that slime can I eat? Tell me in God's given English, why does my stomach hurt? I had 2 pints of the stuff with an acai bowl, and now I have trace amounts of diarrhea. Solid liquid and gas. All right, I'm done. Thank you guys very much.